Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. And greetings if you're watching this on Library. Did Colin Trevorrow leak his own Star Wars episode on Episode 9 script? Probably, because it makes the most sense that he did. It makes sense for Colin Trevorrow to have released the script to head off any criticism, because there's already been criticism from a writer on Episode 9 saying that it was Colin Trevorrow that caused it. So it's been a whirlwind of pointing fingers in the aftermath of Episode 9's disappointing box office. In September of 2019, we had a purported Lucasfilm employee post dirt on Reddit under their username HunShotFirst, who talked about a rift that developed between J.J. Abrams and Lucasfilm over the direction of The Force Awakens. Then in October of 2019, we had WDW Pro, another purported insider, post comments on a discussion forum that suggested those within the story group did not like George Lucas's Star Wars and sought to change it. Since J.J. Abrams reportedly revered George Lucas's Star Wars, this could have been the source of the potential rift. WDW Pro also suggested that the story group had been dismantled. K. Addy Moonshine from MillenniumFalcon.com was also another purported insider, also suggested a rift between the story group and J.J. Abrams. Then in December, things began to disintegrate publicly. I can imagine over at Lucasfilm there must have been a great amount of hand-wringing and yelling going on as the executive staff were banging their heads against walls trying to figure out a way to save this movie, or at least save their jobs after the horrible mess that they made of it came out. Bob Iger must have been constantly calling them and screaming his head off, and Kathleen Kennedy is probably lucky to still have a job right now, because she's a female and a woman, and Bob Iger couldn't be seen firing her right off the bat before the movie came out. In December 2019, story group member Matt Miller liked a tweet that had attacked both John Boyega and J.J. Abrams. Then Kathleen Kennedy suggested that Colin Trevorrow wasn't involved in the creative process early enough. Shortly thereafter, reports began to surface in the legacy media that resurrecting Emperor Palpatine in Episode 9 was Kathleen Kennedy's idea, according to Episode 9 screenwriter Chris Terrio. Then in January 2020, another purported Lucasfilm insider, Ego Shop, posted details about production interference on Episode 9. According to Ego Shop, J.J. Abrams was not at all pleased with the purported production interference. It was then that rumors of alternate cuts of Episode 9 started to swirl around the internet. Some suggested that there was an Iger cut, a Kennedy cut, and a J.J. Abrams cut. Then a curious tweet from Collider personality Stephen Weintraub claimed that Kennedy and Michelle Widgman were responsible for the version of Episode 9 that made its way to theaters. Weintraub would later delete that tweet. Shortly thereafter, Matt Miller of the story group tweeted a comment that Episode 9 was not at all Disney's fault, because suggesting that was Bad Robot's fault. At one point, screenwriter Chris Terrio even attempted to point his finger at George Lucas for Episode 9. And now this. Colin Trevorrow's screenplay for Episode 9 has leaked onto the internet, and some are claiming that it's a much better version than the version that was produced. This makes many wonder if Colin himself or one of his supporters leaked the script in an effort to ensure that he was not blamed for the crappiness of Disney's resulting Episode 9. For myself, I don't much care, because I don't consider post-Lucas Star Wars to be canon, or indeed to have any value whatsoever. I'd much prefer to see George Lucas' treatment for 7, 8, and 9 leaked. My sentiments here, however, are not against Mr. Trevorrow in any way. And if you look at the concept art that Colin Trevorrow was going to use to make his version of Episode 9, it was going to be better. It was going to be not that much different than The Force Awakens, but definitely an improvement on the Episode 9 that was released in theaters, thanks to Kathleen Kennedy and her cohorts. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You. Then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video? Share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it it anywhere you think it'll do the most good, because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube careers anymore, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. Now listen closely. Keep checking back in all my videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.